if you stayed at home tonight, yeah, I've been lonely counting hours while I'm getting blinded by the lights. You can break my bones, break all the promises, but leave me alone. Don't break my heart. She fucking stay with him. She fucking stay with him. Break my bones, break all the promises, but leave me alone. Don't break my heart.
When I'm up through the night, I can't turn down the noise, say all the words out of my mind about who I'm supposed to be. I start to believe I can't get it right. Remember the days I let slip away, they were simpler times. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own, a million miles from home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Child, don't forget who you are, don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars, you'll be dancing, dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. I bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Maybe my compass was wrong, and I'm still on my way closer each day to where I belong. I'm still rolling the dice, praying sometimes it don't last that long. I'm losing my faith, I'm walking away from what you knew all along. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own, a million miles from home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Child, don't forget who you are, don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your star, you'll be dancing, dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be
Good evening, everyone, and welcome along to TTML. We are here for the Division 4 versus Division 5 event as we take in both the British and Mexican Grand Prix from Silverstone and the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. My name is James Head. I'm going to be taking you through the stream as per usual on your Friday night. And joining me in the commentary box is the lead commentator from Division 5. It's another James. It's James Boyle. James, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing really well, thank you. Are you looking forward to the action out on track?
Definitely looking forward to it tonight.
Yeah, it is going to be fantastic, of course, to see how all of these guys are going to get on for Division 4 and Division 5. Let us have a look then at the driver lineup of who you're going to be expecting out on track. So, for Division 4, for my team, let's just put it out there now. For Division 4, Ryan, Frey Pepper, Atlas Copo replacing Barcelona, Neymar, Black Phoenix, Khan, Luke IX, Maximus Storm, and Magnus, the defending champ, of course. And in Division 5, Robin, the champion from there, Maze, Rock City, who was second and third in the championship respectively, Ranheim, Invictus, Leme, Freak Gronk, Roj God on Fire, we're just calling him Fire, just because I can't pronounce his name, Shumi, and Geese replacing Silas. And looking at that lineup, James, it's a really great lineup incorporating both divisions.
It is indeed, and it will be interesting to see what happens with both divisions because, as you know, well, from watching anyway, Division 5 have some drivers who can keep the pace as Division 4.
Yeah, I think Robin, Mace and Rock City, we were talking just before stream. Certainly those three, I think, are probably the guys to focus on. I've commentated on those guys before in Division 5. And you would imagine that they're going to be around the guys of Division 4 as well. But it's going to be fascinating, I think, in regard to how this is all going to unfold out on track. Of course, Race 1 is at Silverstone. We'll come to the track map in just a second. Let's have a look then at these gorgeous car liveries that these guys are going to be running out on track. So, for Division 4, they've got the blue with the Division 4 colours, of course, alongside what is the papaya colour of the McLaren. I think, honestly, that looks like a really good car livery for Division 4.
It does. It is a really, really nice car.
I thought you weren't going to reply there. There we are. And
No,
looking at Division 5 as well, the purple being blended in within the black and white. Again, really nice car livery. How do you rate the liveries out of 10, each one?
Well, for me personally, I'm going to say Division 4 have the better. I think personally have the better one. So I'm going to say like a 7 for Division 4 and probably like 6 for Division 5 tonight.
Oh, if anybody from Division 5 is now listening, they're going to tune out for you from next week, honestly. That's just terrible. You've dug yourself into a complete and utter hole there, I think.
I have indeed. Yeah, but still both really good liveries still.
Yeah, very good liveries, and of course it defines, I think, both divisions out on track, so you're going to be keeping focus on how this is all going to unfold out on track. Let's have a look at the point system as well. Point system, of course, is taken from TTML, both from Division 4 and Division 5, and of course, P1 gets 30 points, P2 gets 25, P3 gets 20, then there's 3-point increments from 18, 15 for P4 and 5, all the way down with 1-point increments from 6th down to 19th. Don't think we're going to be having 19 drivers possibly out on track. Saying that, actually, there's 18 drivers within the lobby. So 1 point going to be available for 19th position. And then you get the 2 points for pole position in the fastest lap. And all of these points at the end of the day, James, add up to what could be a really tight battle between both divisions.
It could indeed. And it'll be interesting to see what actually happens with this because, as we know, in actual season, it was really close for both divisions. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, it is indeed. I think it's going to be fascinating, I think, to see how all of this is going to unfold. Of course, if you do want to show your support for all of these guys out on track, no matter what division they are fighting for, what cause they're fighting for out on track, please show that. I know I've seen Pariah there, the team boss for NSR. He's supporting his drivers out on track, Frey Pepper and Invictus. Good to see no bias shown from the team boss there of NSR, between Division 4 and Division 5. Let us have a look then at the first track map in question. And this track map, of course, is Britain. It's Silverstone, the international circuit around here at Silverstone. C3, C2 and C1 compound tyres are available to the guys out on track, which means we're having one-shot qualifying and 25% racing. So that's 13 laps around a 5.8 kilometre circuit in Silverstone, arguably the home of British motorsport.
Indeed it is, and it's one of the, I class it as one of the trickiest circuits to go to, with Maggots and Beckett's being one of the trickiest corners in the F1 calendar.
And I will just say now, I'm going to say all the corner names so we are crystal clear as to which corner is which. Right, here we go. This is a knowledge check for me. Abbey Farm, Village, The Loop, Aintree, Wellington Straight, down into Brooklands, Luffield, then through Woodcote, down into Copse, the Old Turn 1, Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel, Hanger Straight, Stowe, Vale, Club. There you go.
Impressive.
A fake. Was that a little round of applause I just heard in the background there?
Impressive.
Really impressive.
Because I can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. Well, you can memorise it now that I've said it. That's the thing. Passing on my knowledge to yours, which is really good. And, of course, we should be getting going very soon indeed for the action out on track. Let's just speak about this one-shot qualifying, because we've seen it before in both divisions, where obviously these guys have had an 18-minute qualifying session. Just how difficult could it be from them transferring from that, what they're used to a one-shot qualifying session where it's just judged on one-lap pace?
Very difficult, because when it is one shot, you have to get every single corner, everything precision, like spot on. So it's going to be very hard.
Yeah, I think it is going to be hard for the drivers. Yeah, I definitely agree, and especially with it being a 25% race, 13 laps around this track, 18 corners, of course, in total. That throws into another dimension as well.
It does indeed, because it's a very even shorter race, as you rightly put it. So everything counts in that race as well. So it's going to count. It's going to be, as the qualifying is and the race is, very hard for the drivers around here.
Yeah, it is very hard for the drivers around here. We should be about to begin. I'm not sure what we are holding up on. Is there a driver running late? Methinks. We have just been given the go-ahead, though. And we should be getting ready to go any second now, which is very good indeed. Just, of course, having a look in the Discord, wishing everyone, I think, the best of luck out on track. I'm really hoping that we see some really good star drivers out on track. And I know Atlas Copo saying the star drivers always come late. I'm guessing he means, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, that is Magnus. I don't think he's in the lobby yet.
No, I don't think he is either.
Which is a shame. We need our Division 4 champ. We need him. We need our Division 4 champ, and we're just waiting for Magnus to join the lobby. If not, then Division 4 are going to be down one driver, because I don't think anybody would be available there. Already used up their one reserve, of course, Atlas Copo replacing in for Barcelona tonight. But let's just talk about, I don't know what we could talk about, to be honest, because we've pretty much talked through everything. Just talk about the trials and tribulations of this track. You mentioned about Maggots and Beckett's. One of those sections out on track here at Silverstone where, if you get it wrong, it could end up completely pear-shaped.
You can, and we've seen it in even Division, I think it was Division 4, Division 5, sorry, how tricky it was around there with cars going like really wide and spinning, and it sometimes it can ruin even your qualifying lap or your race lap, and I hate them. Just to say, I hate them sections of corners.
Yeah, don't judge me about my pace around here. I think my lap around here is like a 1:28.2. It's not that great. You may laugh at me now. You may laugh at me now with that pace, but trust me, I will get you back when I'm back on track in future seasons, maybe on F1 2021. Tom knows that very much in the background. Me trying to go around the outside of the castle section, and yeah, it didn't end well. That's all I'll say. Yeah. Well, there we are. We are just waiting, as I say, for Magnus to join. We should be waiting another minute or so for him to join. But it's fantastic to see 19 drivers here out on track. 10 for Division 5, and 9 currently for Division 4. We are getting ready to ready up then, I think, as Magnus, might be running a little late. Just in terms of, I'm struggling actually to find a topic to talk about now, because I think we've talked about pretty much everything out on track. From your point of view, James, though, in terms of Division 5, obviously we saw Robin wrap up the championship. Are there any names from Division 5 where you think they might be able to just sneak a little bit of a surprise here?
Names to sneak a little bit of surprise, you've got Ranheim, I would say, who finished 4th in the championship. He's a dark horse in the championship, and Invictus as well. And maybe as well, Samitsky as well, because they were 4th, 5th and 6th.
Yeah, Schmidtsky, of course, really good driver, I think. I've commented on him in League of Europe, and I like to see, by the way, TTML underscore F1 on Twitter, if you do want to follow the league. They retweeted a tweet from League of Europe, so that might be a partnership that's going in the future, but who knows. Anyways, we are about to get going then for the action out on track here in Britain, so without further ado, let us get started, let us go into qualifying. Welcome along everyone to TTML for the Division 4 versus Division 5 event here at Silverstone, the international circuit, playing host to round 1 of this special event. There are 3 compounder tyres available for the guys out on track. Those are the C3, C2 and C1 compounder tyre, the softs, mediums and the hards to you and me. And it's a fantastic night's worth of action, of course. My name is James Ted. I'll be taking you through the stream as always. James Boyle joining me alongside in the commentary box, and we should be getting going for one-shot qualifying very soon indeed. Let us have a look then at the track in question. 5.8 kilometres around 18 turns of this circuit with the 2 DRS zones. One down the stop, one down in towards on the Wellington straight, one down the Hangers straight, down in towards Stowe, and it's going to be a fascinating night's worth of action here out on track. And we are about to literally go straight into qualifying, one-shot qualifying of course, and we are going to pick a driver to ride on board with very soon. We're just waiting for the final cars to ready up on the right-hand side. 19 drivers here within the lobby, no magnets, so Division 4 are down on, and we're going on board with Invictus for a lap of the Silverstone circuit as we now run in towards turn number 1, through Abbey, through Farm, and then in towards the club down in towards the village section, in fact, at turn 3. Gets hard into the Apex, of course. Both of these divisions, I should say, are running the multiplayer car out on track. Through turn 4, and then in towards turn 5 at entry. Now in towards the Wellington Straight, where the international track, of course, blazons with the Grand Prix track. Down in towards Brooklands stand on the right-hand side, 27.3 through the first sector from Invictus, as we now see coming through Luffield in towards Woodcote, the old final corner here out on track, and then down in towards Cops. Invictus not looking too bad at this moment in time in the multiplayer cars. He now comes through turn number 9, halfway through the lap, through Cops, and now on the run up towards Maggots and Beckett. And this is the fastest part of the section out on track, where you've got to really try and hone in on that car. You've got to try and really get the car turned in. Now on the exit in towards Chapel, on that second DRS straight into 102.1 from Invictus through the middle sector, already running nearly 200 mile an hour on the run down in towards Stowe. Through turn 15 he goes, the fans are there to the left-hand side, plenty of flags blazing. I think he might have invalidated there Invictus, but he now comes through in towards Vale and in towards Club, and it's going to be fascinating to see how these guys are going to get on out on track. Invictus then at the final corner, comes across the line, it's Robin out on top. Invictus was right there actually coming across the line, but a very close qualifying session which sees the Division 5 champ, and in fact top 3 drivers from Division 5 outgunning Division 4. Very rare.
It is indeed. Very rare. But yeah, wow.
You're taken back 1200th of a second separating Robin and Rock City out on track. A 10th of a second separating the top 3. Really close indeed in qualifying. Ryan in 4th for Division 4 along with Neymar and Luke Ajax as well for Division 4. Limay in 7th with Black Phoenix in 8th. Rojgard on Fire in 9th. Freak Ronk in 10th. Shumi interestingly on the mediums in 11th. Khan in 12th. Plenty though of invalidations out on track. We had Atlas Copo, Invictus, Maximus, Schmidtsky, Storm, Frey Pepper and Ranheim all getting disqualified from that session. But Robin out on top, Rock City second, mate in third. Comes to show Division 5 are actually up for this.
They are indeed, and it shows that it is a competitive battle for tonight.
It's a really it's a really competitive battle, I think, out on track, and it's going to be fascinating to see how these guys are going to get on in the whole grand scheme of things. We now move to that 13-lap race, the 25% race, of course, here at Silverstone. One-shot qualifying, dynamic weather, but I can beautifully say that it is blue skies and sunshine here at Silverstone, and that will make everyone's lives out on track a hell of a lot easier.
It will, indeed. make their life a hell of a lot easier. It's easier around here in the dry weather.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to be running the full wets around here, that's for sure. But obviously these guys have got 3 compounded tyres available. If it was a 50% race, we would be seeing a bit of a mix in terms of the strategy. It should be the case where soft compounded tyres will get to about lap 5 here, and then they come in for a set of mediums, which will last the end of the race. In terms of those guys that will be starting up on a medium set of tyres out on track, how do you feel that they'll get on? Will the alternate strategy work around here?
Yeah, I think the alternative strategy will work around here. It's a very not tyre. Yeah, you don't lose much grip on the tyre around here, so I feel like it will be fine. And I feel like if you are on the mediums, I would say maybe about 12 laps. Push maybe 10 laps to then go on to the 10 to 12, and then go on to the softs. I would say so. Yeah, it's easily done around here.
Yeah, it is easy done. I think Magnus might have glitched the lobby, which is not that great. It's not that great for us, certainly. I can see his name there down at the bottom right. I'm assuming that we might be getting a lobby restart. This is the greatest start you could ever host for a Division 4, Division 5 event. This is absolutely terrific. It still comes to show that there's glitches within the game, and obviously this glitch has been exploited with Magnus obviously joining in qualifying. It was meant to be fixed by Codemasters, and if Codemasters, any representative is listening, please fix the goddamn game, because we are just pig sick of it, honestly. But we should be getting going for either the formation lap here, or we'll get started into another lobby reset, which is going to be absolute painful for us. I'm sure there'll be some very nice music from Tom going to be playing in the background while we transition from the lobby, from one lobby to the next. But it gives us a little bit of an opportunity to actually talk through that qualifying session. Robin out on top, Rock City second, and Maze in third. I mean, a tenth of a second separating these guys, and in fact we're going to get, it looks like, to the formation up. I don't think anyone has left. Very strange. I think somebody's worked their magic on this formation lap, and now we're getting going as Luke Ajax has left the session.
Yeah, very strange. But yeah,
Pretty
it is indeed. But as you were saying, it is very interesting to see here with Robin, Rock City, and Maze as your top 3 here. It's going to be very interesting with them 3 in top. Who's going to come on top of them, or if any of the Division 4 can actually get to the top. As a few have left.
Yeah, I was just going to come on to that. I'm saying there's quite a few that's actually left the session here. Maximus leaving, Ranheim leaving. A lot of people have actually left the session, which can only mean we're going to have to restart the lobby. If not, it's quite unfair, I think, for Division 4 and 5. And there we go, we get an error message saying the session you're trying to join is no longer available. So there we are. Maze saying no joining qualifying. He is too late to join, which actually puts now Division 4 at a disadvantage as a result. Magnus, of course, joining very late. It means to say, though, as we are apparently still within the lobby, I really don't know what's going on here, but there we are. We are going to have a new session, though, apparently. Magnus saying he was too late to join. He was in before the qualifying started. He just couldn't drive his car. That's what was the cause of the glitch. Oh.
That's definitely not good, then.
Yeah, here we go again. We'll have to prepare ourselves for another lovely, lovely dose of us talking now about absolute rubbish before we get going into the Grand Prix here at Silverstone. But bear with us, of course. We are going to be resetting this lobby up. I know Invictus is going to be working madly to get that lobby set up. The grid order is on the stream as well. Invictus, if you are tuning in, grid order is on the stream, so you can set a custom grid, and then everyone can be at an advantage because of this new lobby restart, all of the guys on a set of soft compounded tyre, they're not going to be on old softs. They're going to be on a set of soft compounded tyres that's fresh, which might mean and might negate the impact of an alternate strategy.
Yeah, it probably will. Around here. Yeah,
it's going to be really interesting. I'm just seeing all of the fallout. We're going to get... I don't think we're going to get a new qualifying session. I think we've already decided qualifying. Magnus could be put at the back of the field, and then we could get going that way. But bear with us, because I'm sure you're just as frustrated as we are in terms of the lobby glitch, and I'm sure we are going to be getting going very soon indeed. 24 people though watching out on track. We've got the red flag. The session will be restarted. You can see that on race control. Of course, Tom doing his absolute magic in the graphics tower behind the scenes. He's controlling us and what we say. He's controlling the track introduction that you saw earlier on. And a typical comment there from Luke Ajax in the comment section: glitch masters. There we are. I agree with that.
Same.
I can't agree with nothing else. Yeah, it is a complete shambles. I know Aiden and Luke Etheridge were complaining on Wednesday about the stream that they ran. I think it was EML League 1, if I'm not mistaken, that happened on Wednesday. And they had a bit of a glitch as well, where the full course yellow would come out every single lap. And it's just so frustrating. I mean, I can understand. We're at the end of the game cycle, and these glitches aren't being fixed. It's as if, I've got to say, it's as if Codemasters don't even care.
Yeah, it's because they know they EA now are going to take it over, so they're like, we'll just leave it.
Yeah, well, leave it for them. Leave them for them to pick up, and you never know, we might end up with a worse game than F1 2020, which will be going quite a long way. But, of course, bear with us, I think. I have not this. I'm confused.
Yes.
We're now getting going to a race with one person, but there we are. This is just ridiculous. There's not enough players to start the session.
It's just ridiculous.
Thank goodness that Tom is controlling not what we're seeing, luckily, which I'm really glad about. Yeah, bear with us at this stage. Of course, this is very frustrating for us, very frustrating for you, but I'm sure we'll all get through it in the end, and we should get a new lobby invite out very soon by Invictus, and we should be getting going for the action out on track. Let's have a reminder, if you are just tuning into this, of course, we are Division 4 and Division 5 event here tonight. It is myself, James Head, and James Boyle taking you through the action here, otherwise known as Cadwell 5, and we should be getting going into that lobby very soon indeed. Let's have a reminder of these beautiful car liveries out on track. You saw them in qualifying from Invictus, but the car liveries out on track. Division 4 running that blue and the papaya orange, which is a very nice look, I've got to say. And then the car liveries for Division 5, purple with the white and black. On second look, if I've got to be honest, James, Division 5 I think has a better livery, if I've got to be honest.
Well, it's agree to disagree there.
Agree to disagree, yeah. I'm normally quite fond of Division 4, but I think I might have just got off them a little bit. No disregard at all. No disregard whatsoever to Division 4, or to Division 5 for that matter. Just, yeah, whoever designed the livery for Division 5, give yourself a pat on the back. Well done. And whoever designed the livery for Division 4, give yourself a pat on the back.
Yeah, I see what you mean now with Division 5 livery now.
It's a lot sleeker, I think, in terms of the design. Like, in terms of the overall decals. It's something that you would want to see on a multiplayer car on this game, given the lack of decal options, of course, that this game has. But it's fantastic to see, of course, really good liveries from both teams, and it's really good to see, of course, Robin out on top within that qualifying session. And just speak about the German, because I'm just reading the stats there from Division 5. He had 5 wins and, 6 podiums in the season?
Yep, he really did well. He had 5, as you say, 5 wins, but he had, I think it was 8 podiums out of the 11 rounds. So it just goes to show.
Go on.
No, all I was going to say was it goes to show how consistent and he is around these circuits.
Yeah, 5 wins and 8 podiums to his name. Compare that to Magnus from Division 4 as well. And we'll just do a direct comparison between the two champs. Magnus had 3 wins and 5 podiums. And that's because we had, 7 different winners within 11 races in Division 4. And it comes to show the overall consistency within that division for sure. But Magnus out on track. He defeated Atlas Couple, went down to the final race of the season. And with Robin as well, I believe he wrapped up the championship in Brazil, didn't he?
Yep, he crashed out, I think, on the first laps in the race, and then it was Mays who had to win the race and didn't win the race, so Robin wrapped up the championship.
Yeah, and Robin definitely dominated, I think, Division 5 in that regard. The German, of course, making a step up into Division 4. And, of course, if you do want to tune in for TTML, we begin, of course, next week on a Tuesday night. It is TTML Division 1, myself and Luke Etheridge taking you through the action. And then we've got EML, of course, on Wednesday, TTML Division 2 and 3 on Thursday, TTML Division 4 and 5, with both of us commentating on the Friday night, of course, for the round 1 of the season. And funny enough, round 1 of the championship in TTML is around here. It's in Britain.
Yay. So we get to see tonight how good the drivers actually are for the new season.
Yeah, which gives us a real good indicator. It gives you guys, as call as the viewers, a really good indication, I think, of where these guys are at in terms of the pace. And that's what we like to see.
Indeed, it does give them an indication, and it gives them to know exactly, as you say, exactly the pace, and if they and for some drivers as well, it'll be interesting to see what lines they take and all that around the circuit.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, because of course these multiplayer cars do have the standard DRS. They do. It's a standardisation car of the 2020 car, if I'm not mistaken, within the game, and that will indicate hopefully a lot of overtaking out on track. Just having a look at the track map in question around here at Silverstone. The track map obviously gives out a lot of overtaking spots, but just where are those overtaking spots out on track?
Well, for me, when overtaking spots would be down the Hangar and Wellington Straight, and probably into the first complex of corners as well would be a good opportunity to overtake at, I would say. And then, other than that, you've got pretty much every single part of the circuit you can overtake on, except Max and Becker's.
If you were trying to go around the outside through Cops, though, you might find it quite difficult, because I've seen that drivers are forced out wide over the white line, and then they pick up a penalty, and that's what drivers have got to be quite mindful of, I think, out on track. They don't want to overreach the limit out on track. Of course, here around in Britain, there's quite a few corners, especially down in towards Stowe at turn 15 as well. That's a point where you can run out wide and pick up a few penalties. That could actually determine the course of how tonight runs.
It could indeed, and yeah, you're right with Cops as well. But I have seen, because we were here in a different league. I was here on a Wednesday, and some drivers in that did do Cops, did do some great overtakes at Cops. So it is doable.
It is doable, but only if you've got. Can I say on stream? Only if you've got a little bit of sense of a little bit common sense. There we are.
Yeah.
Not if you've got a brain, which is what I was going to say originally. But yeah, side by side in towards Cops is probably one of the most difficult, I think, on any F1 track, let alone around here at Silverstone. And I've tried to go around the outside there before. I've managed to move or two there before, but I'm not going to boast about my skill out on track. My skill is more now in the commentary box than it is out on track. And I'm glad you've said that. That reassures me a hell of a lot in terms of what we're going to be seeing, of course, out on track. But these guys are professionals. These guys know what they're doing, both from Division 4 and Division 5. And it is going to be fascinating to see, of course, how all of this is going to unfold. The custom grid is taking quite a while to set up. We are in, hopefully you guys are in the capable hands of myself and the other James. That, yes, there's a duplicate of us in the commentary box tonight. Dream Team 3.0, as we like to call ourselves, here in the commentary box. And looking through some of the comments as well, Division 4 wanted a new qualifying session. To be honest, I think it's a bit unfair if Division 4 wanted a bit of a new qualifying session, because qualifying's already been determined. Magnus joined late, he missed out on qualifying. It's only fair, I think, we go with the current qualifying session.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it'd be unfair for Division 5 to go for a new one.
Yeah,
So,
I think
yeah.
instead of spitting the dummy out the pram, take it on the head and just focus on the race. It's as simple as that.
Agreed.
This event will make you into a better driver if you take it right. Because if you learn your racecraft, if you learn how to attack and defend for moves which might not necessarily be there, that will make you good into an overall driver. I've seen it plenty of times, and Neymar I'll take as an example from Division 4 this season. Honestly, from his perspective, I think he'll probably agree with me if he's listening in. His driving standards in the first couple of races weren't that great at all. And to see that development throughout the season, to see him really being clean and making some great moves in the end. I remember Mexico, he made 2 hell of a moves in Division 4, and that just really comes to show it can be done.
It can.
As we are waiting for the guys to get ready. Luke Iyek saying as well, I think this is one of the best qualifying sessions I've had in TTML. Well, maybe we should run the multiplayer cars a bit more often out on track. But there we are. It looks as if something has been changed within the settings. I can notice actually that the weather is on clear for this event, which might determine how this is all going to run. So we should be expecting everyone to be at a very consistent pace out on track, and hopefully after this long wait, we're going to be finally getting some action out on track. And we'll pop up the track map. Instead of doing the formal track introduction, we'll pop up that track map for you, and we'll talk through, of course, Silverstone in its entirety from the 18 corners around. If you want to try and test me on my knowledge of the corners, just look back about 20 minutes ago. I set them off by heart, yeah. But I don't need to repeat myself ever again with regard to the corners around here. But hopefully, I'm not sure what the wait is for, but we should be getting going hopefully soon.
Yeah, we should be hopefully going soon. They did just say that Simitsky, I don't think, has picked a car yet, so...
Ah, yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, I can see that in the...
Yeah.
We've obviously got the lobby. You probably can't see this, actually. We have got that. People are actually wondering where I am in Discord as well. I'm here. What are you on about? I'm here. We're using SharePlay. A secret. We're using SharePlay. There, sorted. Don't invite me. But they're wondering why Tom's probably there in place of me. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, so I'm in SharePlay and we're ready to go. We are literally ready to go. I'm here, James is here, Tom's here, we're all ready to go. There we are. Sharing secrets out on stream, I don't think I've ever done that before.
No, I don't think so. But no, he's picked his car now, so I think we should be ready to go now.
Yeah, I'm just going to inform... I've just got to point out the fact that I'm using Tom's SharePlay within the Discord so that they don't get confused. Just not that great. I mean, they run the qualifying session without me, so surely they would have knew. They would have known. But there we are. We're getting going. At last, we're getting going. 30-second countdown has now started within the lobby, and we are about to get going at last for what has been one of the longest waits I think we've ever tried to put anybody through here in TTML in any division. But we are about to get going then out on track. Of course, 25% race, qualifying has already been done, and let's focus then on that track map in question for one final time. C3, C2 and C4, C3, C2 and C1 Commentators, not C4. Softs, mediums and hards, of course, to you and me. 25% race, one-shot qualifying out on track. And James, it is going to be a real fascinating night worth of action where we could see quite a lot of on-track action.
Indeed, it will be, because it's, as you know, with short races, 25% around here, only 13 laps, so every lap counts around here now for this race. If it was the normal 26, then it would be people would be a bit conservative, but I bet it'll be full action all the way through.
Hopefully it's clean action all the way through as well, and we have to make that... Go on.
No, I'm just going to say hope it is clean.
I hope it is as well. I really hope it is as well. It's going to be fantastic, of course, to see how all of this is going to unfold. And, of course, we do have clear weather here within the confines of Silverstone. And if you heard on the news vine earlier on as well, obviously the sad news about Prince Philip, we send our condolences here from all in TTML to the royal family and to the wider general public as well, from what I'm sure is a really sad time. We are in like 8 days of national mourning, I think, regarding his death. But also, it's really, really good to see Silverstone possibly looking at the COVID testing and looking at trying to get a full capacity grandstand ready for the July race. Yeah,
that'd be great to see if we can have a full crowd back there, because I think they missed it this year, seeing Oh, I mean, last season, I mean, seeing a great race they had there for the 2 races they had.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, with the whole regard of COVID and things like that, whether that does come off. 13 laps then awaiting these guys out on track, and let's have a look then at what compound tyre everyone is on. It's negated the fact, of course, all 20 drivers have got a free choice of tyre essentially out on track. Of course, top 10, I should say, qualified on a set of soft compound tyres. Everyone else, though, on the left-hand side, being a bit of a split strategy. Invictus, Maximus and Storm are the exception rather than the rule. They're going for a set of soft compound tyres. Shumi, Khan, Atlas Coppo, Schmidtski, Frey Pepper, Ranheim and Magnus all going for a set of medium compound tyres. In terms of Invictus, Maximus and Storm, James, those guys are on a set of soft compound tyres. They're going to be on fresh set of softs. Are you hoping to try and see their progress carve their way through the field?
Yes, because when you have a set of softs on, they only, as you rightly said earlier, last for about 5 to 6 laps in this 13-lap race. So every lap counts on them, and I believe that they will try and carve their way through and get the maximum out of their tyres before the mediums kick in and are better than the softs.
As by magic, the AWS pick graphic just comes up on the middle of the screen. It says lap 7 to 12 on a set of soft compound tyres. Do not trust, if you've ever heard one of my commentaries, do not trust the AWS graphics on this game, because normally the pit stops happen about 2 or 3 laps earlier than what actually should happen out on track. But we are now coming down the straight. Maximus has left the session, which is a shame. Hopefully he can rejoin back in. I'm not sure if he will get another invite to try and rejoin the session, or if his car will run in AI for the entirety of this race and then he'll be invited back for race 2. But James, I'll come across to you, because we're now through Stowe and on the run up towards the final couple of corners. Who are you going for? I'm gonna make you give 2 predictions. Who's your top 3 for this race, and who do you think is going to win the overall event?
Well, that's a hard one to say top 3 in this race, but overall race today, I'll probably say Robin for one of the top 3 in this race. I'd probably also maybe go Magnus from the back to see what he can do, because he's surprising, and probably we'll go for this race though, Robin, Maze and Ryan for your top 3.
Yeah, we see in the gantry then from the top left. Oh, we've already got a graphics glitch, which is absolutely typical. 5 red lights then are on here in Britain for race 1 of this event. And it's lights out, and away we go. Robin gets a good start. Rock City gets a good start as well. Very good start as well from Ryan. He's side by side with Maze going in towards turn 1 at Abbey. But it's Robin who leads through turn 1. Rock City second. Maze in third. Division 5 stay 1, 2, 3. Through the first couple of turns, Ryan tries to dive it down the inside of Maze. Nearly makes a little bit of contact. There's a bit of Constantine effect going on in behind. Schmidtski and Ranheim having a bit of a battle with Maximus's AI. But Robin leads the way. He's already stolen away by 6/10 of a second. Rock City in second. Maze there in third. In the background, Limit just running wide, and Rojgard on fire. That's a very big name to say. It's getting me confused completely. Luke Ix though going around the outside of him, just in behind. He goes around the outside, coming through Brooklands, now through Luffield on the exit, and he just doesn't pull off the move on fire. And Fire is on fire, and he stays in 7th for now. But Black Phoenix just in behind as well. Free Gronk in 10th. The side-by-side action further down the field with Ranheim and Schmidtski happening with 16th and 17th position. About to move up past Maximus's AI car. But Robin leads the way. Rock City in second. But I tell you what, Rock City looks like he's got a good bit of pace about him, and he's now actually got Maze.
They have indeed, and the back 2 did have a little bit of contact going into the first corner as well. So they were 2 who may have to come into the pits at the end of this first lap. But yeah, as you're rightly saying, it's a very even field at the moment as we end lap 1 here.
Yeah, Frig Gronk right on the back as well of Black Phoenix, running down, actually dives it down the inside, coming through Vale in towards Club. Black Phoenix on the inside line. Robin sets new fastest lap for race at the end of lap 1. Robin leads Rock City second. Maze in third. Division 5 are 1, 2 and 3. We see a graphic split just off to the left hand side. Frig Gronk though is on the back of Black Phoenix. We'll stay with this battle for now until the end of the first sector for 11th and 12th, and we're right on board with the man out on track. Don't worry, he is ghosted. It is a graphic stitch on the left hand side. It is not our end, which is very good. And he's now right on the back of Black Phoenix. I think this is for 10th position, if I'm not mistaken. out on track. In Maximus and Robin, Rock City, and Maze are still top 3. Just running in behind, though. I think Luke Ix was on the back of Fire for 7th and 8th position. Freakronk is on the back of Black Phoenix, and Black Phoenix through Brooklands has just picked up at the first 3-second time fully as Fire is through on Lime.
He is. It was a good move there, but we have a it's hard around the corner where he's about to go into, and I think they're still side by side in that corner.
And Invictus and Khan are going side by side. It's already cut in, but Invictus and Khan are going side by side. Oh, I thought Invictus was going to try and get the move done there, but goodness me, he's right on the back. You don't have fresh set of soft compounded tyre. Freakronk and Nuka Ix are going side by side as well. There's going to be a lot of action to try and keep up with. I hope Tom is ready in the graphics tower, but Khan right on the back of Freakronk, running on board with Invictus. Invictus right on the back of Khan as well, running out wide. Might be a warning there for Invictus, but Khan right on the back as well. Invictus steely into the back there of Khan and actually dives down the inside. Then Khan went too deep, goes around the outside through Vale in towards Club. This will be bold and brave from Invictus. Can the Division 5 man pull it off? They're side by side now, running down in towards Abbey. You've got Freakronk and Luke Ix running nearly side by side as well. Schumi and Ranheim, and actually, a little bit of a mistake there from Invictus, and that sees Khan into the back of him slightly. Schumi is round, I think, with Maximus coming through turn 1.
Yep, that's what happened. He did hit in Maximus there, so he is around and he's now trying to close up again. But yeah, great battling at the front of the field as well here. As you can see right now, they're side by side there, and Freakronk's through.
Yeah, lovely move by Freakronk down the inside in towards Brooklands. Nearly shoved Luke Ix out the way slightly there, if I've got to be honest. Invictus, though, gets a really good run, and that sees him up into P10 as well. So the Division 5 guys are making that charge on the Division 4 lot. Robin, though, leading the way out in front. Let's run on board with the leader. Out on track, that is the right man. Robin leads the way. Rock City in second. They've got 1.7 seconds to Maze, and that's going to be quite interesting, actually, because Neymar the Dane, right on the back of Maze, is the yellow flag in Sector 2, which can assume is probably Schmitsky or Schumi. One of those two, I think, has might have spun, as Lime has lost position to Black Phoenix just in the background of shot as well. Neymar, though, putting pressure on Maze.
Yeah, and just to say, it was Schumi who caused the yellow flag.
Yeah, I saw on the timing screen he moved down a position, so Ranheim is now through. He's up into 16th, and Schumi is now the last guy pretty much out on track, with Schmitsky, Frey Pepper only 2.5 seconds off him. All on, of course, a fresh compound of tyres. Magnus is through on Luke Ix, probably a let through there for the Division 4 champ. He is through and he's up into 12th position, making his way from the back of the field. Can he do a Perez from Bahrain, I wonder, from last year? Neymar on the back of Maze for P3 was still on board then with the Dane as he now closes up using that, or using no ERS actually, in terms of the overtake mode. Maze still in third, Neymar in fourth, Ryan there in fifth, Invictus though and Freakronk are having a battle. Invictus now through on Freakronk and he's up into 9th position. That fresh shot of top compound tyres, he's really making good ground out on track. We'll have a look at the position gains as well. The mistake there by Lime just in front. It's going to give Invictus and Freakronk a really good run down in towards Cops, and I think Lime is going to be given right away as Invictus and Freakronk are now through. Lime gives right away and now got Khan and Magnus chasing him down, with Neymar right on the back of Maze and Rock City right on the back of Robin, going side by side for the lead. And Rock City, now the Norwegian, is through on the German, and he's through into the lead.
He is indeed. Great move there from him, and as well, you're saying it, Neymar is right on the back of Maze as well. The first of the Division 4 drivers in this race, as you say. But yeah, it's interesting to see, as you just see now, another penalty coming in for Lime, so he now gets a 3-second time penalty, but Rock City with the fastest lap.
I think Magnus is in either spun it or coming into the pit lane. Yeah, Magnus is in for a set of soft compounded tyres. Maximus has rejoined the session. Neymar then right on the back, though, of Maze at this stage. The Dane against the Brit, Division 5 against Division 4. Of course, these two are going to be in Division 4 next season, so I'm going to be treated for a really good battle, hopefully, between these two. And now Neymar pulls out with the overtake mode in operation, runs down the inside in towards Brooklands, and just about gets the car in there, but Maze is hanging it all the way around the outside. If there's anything about Maze, he knows how to fairly battle with Neymar, and Neymar around the outside just about comes out on top, but Maze is still there. Maze is on the inside line running in towards Cops. He'll now dive back into the slipstream, and now Neymar is through and he's into P3. And Neymar, that just comes to show how much he has improved in terms of that battle, because that was brilliant from Neymar.
It was indeed. Very good overtake there from him. and it did show into Cop's Corner how experienced I'd say both the drivers are with how they overtake.
And now look at Mays. He's going to get him back on the run down and towards. So Robin is through in on Rock City. So he's through and he's into the lead of the race. German overtaking the Norwegian. But now Neymar right on the inside on. These two know how to battle. Down in towards Vale and then in towards Club. I think Mays is just going to come out on top. Neymar having a little bit of a lock-up. Gives Mays the advantage. And now as we come out onto lap 6 already, Robin leads the way. Rock City second. Mays in third. Neymar in fourth. Ryan in fifth at this stage. But Neymar right on the back coming through Abbey. Through Farm. And he's now hunting him down. He is literally like a rash that will not go away on the back of that multiplayer car of Mays just ahead. And Ryan is actually involved in this now as well, as Rock City picks up a penalty just out of entry.
Indeed, as you can see right as well, we have a closing in on Rudyard here as well, is Black Phoenix. He's closing in on the back of him as well, so that's going to be another interesting battle coming up in a couple of laps to see that as well. But yeah, as you're rightly saying, Ryan now is closing up to the... It's because Mays and Neymar are just battling. It lets a car behind close up to the point where he's actually like in the slipstream and ready to battle. As here goes Neymar again then.
Yeah, Neymar right on the back of Mays. These two do not know how to give up on a battle. Rock City, though, in the meantime, on the back of Robin for the lead of the race, and I think he's going to get him down the inside and towards Stowe. These two Division 5 guys are fighting like it is Division 5 here tonight on a Friday. Rock City then through.
For the driver.
Yeah, luckily for Ryan, his pit lane, his pit garage was just in front of Neymar's, which was quite good. No double stacking out on track. You don't want a Hockenheim 2019 from Mercedes, and you know how bad that was. Neymar in 12th then, Ryan in 13th. Magnus is closing on these guys as well, and that's actually quite interesting to know. Magnus is going to be out behind these guys, about 2.5 seconds probably down in towards Village. In fact, less than that, about 1.5 seconds off the back. But crucial towards Village, in fact, less than that, about 1.5 seconds off the back. But crucially, he's on a set of soft compounded tyres, and from 20th on the grid, all of these guys ahead are on harder soft compounded tyres. They're really losing the tyre wear out on track. Well, with Magnus in 14th position, Division 4 champ, he's going to try and carve his way through the field. He's got Ryan and Neymar in front of him on a set of mediums. Surely Magnus is going to be the one to watch in this race in the second half.
He will be, and as you are rightly saying, everybody in the top half of the table, so all top 7 here, should be pitting this time around because their tyres.
Went on board with the wrong driver, sorry. Oh, terrible. I went on board with Black Phoenix. I was going to get Invictus. He's through on, I think it was Fire out on track, if I'm not mistaken. Invictus is then through, and he's now into second position and trying to hunt down Black Phoenix out on track. Pit stops though are happening. Schmidtsky on the back of Frey Pepper. Of course, these guys pitted quite early. One for damage, one obviously just pitted in because I think he spun out on track, and now Schmidtsky's going to be under pressure from Storm in behind, and Storm and Schmidtsky go quite a way back in one of the leagues I commentate on in League of Europe, and hopefully these guys are going to be really battling with these guys. All of those guys are on a set of medium compounded tyres. We see Neymar, we see Ryan, there's Neymar, there's Rock City, and there's Neymar. Neymar's out behind Rock City and Robin, but crucially ahead of Mays.
Yeah, and it's and another interesting thing that's just happened in this race is that Black Phoenix, Invictus, Frivronk, and Luca Ajax is stayed out. And I thought they would have come into the pits by now and have got onto a fresher set of tyres, because their tyres are going to be pretty dead by now.
Yeah, their soft compounded tyres, I think, are going to be around the 50% wear rate, I think, around here out on track, because it is quite a high degradation circuit here at Silverstone. Neymar, though, trying to hunt down Rock City. He is on slightly fresher tyres than Robin and Rock City in front of him. Of course, he has got a negated one advantage over Rock City, who, of course, has got a 3-second time penalty. We see now the leaders come into the pit lane. Black Phoenix then is in from the lead of the race. Well, right on board with his pit stop. Schmidtsky and Storm having a battle further down the field. I think Storm got him down in towards the end of the first sector, so Storm through. He's into 17th position. That might not be 17th come the end of the race, but Black Phoenix is in, and he's actually being held up in the pit lane there by Invictus, I think, out on track. So that's going to be quite, it's going to help Black Phoenix out on track. All of those guys are coming out the pit lane on a set of mediums. I think they're going to be right in amongst Khan and Atlas Copel, possibly.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one. But again,
Magnus is there.
Yeah.
Why is there? And Black Phoenix is ahead. Invictus ahead, but look at how close it is coming out of the pit lane. Freak Gronk is on the grass and a spun! Freak Gronk in the dirty air of Invictus. I've never seen that before in Formula 1. A car in the dirty air coming out the pit lane, spins it coming out the pit lane, and Freak Gronk, you said what we said before the stream started, that it was a bit inconsistent. I think that just goes to prove it. I'm sorry, Freak Gronk, but I've never seen anything like that happen before. Frey Pepper, though, on the inside of Lemme, and he's into 14th.
Yeah, that is very odd to see. I think he was trying to go on the grass to try and avoid the dirty air, and then just lost it and went off, which is very surprising. There it is. But the closest battle, but there is a battle now, which Ryan now is right on the back of Maze, and I could see him get through here, as we still have 2 cars that haven't pitted yet.
Yeah, Maximus left through there by Luke IX, in fact, out on track. So Maximus is in. Luke IX stays out. Luke IX stays out, and this has got to be a tactical ploy for the Division 4 guys out on track, because Luke IX is going an extra lap. He is going to try and hold up the likes of Robin and the likes of Rock City out on track as well. Rock City just coming through the final corner. He's lost a lot of time, actually, to Robin. It's 1.6 seconds the gap, but Robin is beginning to close him in. The German on the back of the Dutchman, of course, cross borders between these guys out on track. Lap 10 out of 13, Luke IX leading. Robin in second, Rock City in third. Though, on the back, Maze, Ryan and Magnus. Magnus is in 7th. Out on track. I did say he would be good in the second half of the race. I didn't think he'd be 7th, if I've got to be honest. In fact, he's going to be 6th because Ryan lets him through. And Magnus now has got dead aim at Maze.
He has indeed. I wouldn't have expected it by this stage anyway, him to be 6th. I thought he would have been round bottom of the top 10, I would have said. Like 10th, probably, by now. But it's incredible that he's got to this far. And yeah, as you can see now here, Robin is closing in on Ajax here, so Ajax probably is going to pit this time and go on to another set of tyres, which will probably be the I don't know, would you actually go on the medium? You have to, but it's not the best strategy to do with only like 3 laps to go.
What other choice is there, though? He can't go on another set of softs because he'll get disqualified. It's as simple as that. Here comes Magnus though down the inside, and Maze on in towards Stowe. Doesn't pull off the move, and Mace is still in 5th position. Luke IX is still staying out there, out on track. He's ahead of Robin, and this again is a tactical ploy. Could lead Neymar onto the back of Rock City and Robin, but I think if I was these Division 5 guys, I'd be wanting to try and get past ASAP out on track, because Robin right on the back of Luke IX, Rock City right on the back as well. These guys are surely just going to run in tandem. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these guys dive bombs and both get the move done.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that either there, but you can see right now he's really close to the back now, is Magnus, and he's got the DRS now, and is he going to get past Maze here? Let's see if he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, down the inside and towards Brooklands, gets the move done, and Magnus can now focus on one of his old Division 4 rivals, of course, Magnus in Division 2 next season. Yeah, you heard me right, Division 2 next season, and Magnus is in 5th position, and Neymar in 4th, and he'll be trying to hunt him down out on track. It's getting quite spicy, though, for the lead of the race. 3-way battle with 2.5 laps to go here at Silverstone. Luke IX leads for Division 4, but he has to come into the pit lane. Look at the gap that Neymar is bringing down, though. It's 2.2, 2.1, and Luke IX has got to try and hang on to Robin as much as possible. He's going to have to use that overtake mode up to good effect. He's going to have to hold up Rock City as well. Tries to dive it down the inside, but Robin is through, and he's into the lead of the race, and surely Luke IX has got to pit. No, he stays out for another lap, and he's going to hold up Rock City through the final couple of corners. This is an absolute prayer being answered for Neymar out on track. It's 2 seconds now, the gap. 1.9, 1.8 coming across the line. Neymar is flying, but looking behind, Magnus getting dragged along. Maze and Ryan could get dragged along into this as well. The more that Rock City holds off this move, the more chance that Neymar and Magnus have got to get onto the back of him.
Indeed,
has he just done that? Has he just gone round the outside, coming out of the village? That's great. But now Luke IX is coming back down the inside line, down into Brooklands. Hammers out here with 2 laps to go, and Maximus picks up a 3-second time when he further down the field. Tries to get the switch back, does Luke IX on the back of Rock City. Oh, and there's contact! Luke Ix, there's contact with Rock City, and he is going to wait up from, which is really, really good to see. That's really good sportsmanship from Luke Ix out on track. Rock City is round. Absolute disaster for the Division 4 and the Division 5 man for that matter as well. Rock City is round. He's getting back going. Luke Ix has got a 10-second time penalty. That'll get removed because he's letting them back through. Robin then leads the way. Just negates a little bit of what would have been a good battle, but Luke Ix, I mean, try and pick your battles, I think, next time. Magnus, though, is through and he's into second! Magnus is through and he's into second! From 20th on the grid, and now he's up into second.
I still feel, though, I'm going to say this, I still think it's a little bit too late he's left it, I feel like. I don't feel like he's going to get the 2.4 seconds. He could do, though. I might eat my words, but I don't think he will.
1 3-second time penalty could honestly fling it either way. If Robin picks up a 3-second time penalty, that is it. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Luke Ix has ran. I'm not sure if he might have a little bit of a puncture. Possibly Ranheim and Maximus are fighting the way down the field as well. But onto the final lap we go. Robin leads the way. 2 seconds the gap. Magnus is eating considerably into this advantage out on track. Division 5 champ against Division 4 champ. 1.7 seconds to gain. If I was in Magnus's spot, I wouldn't be catching him. I would stay in second position and try and hold the fort out on track. But what I can say with a degree of confidence, I believe Division 4 are going to be leading in towards the second race, because I'm seeing the likes of Schumi and Ranheim further down the field. There are 8 Division 4 drivers outscoring 4 Division 5 drivers, which lead me to believe, and if I'm right in saying, that I think, if I'm not mistaken, Division 4 will lead into the second race in Mexico in just a little while. But,
Agreed.
Robin down the straight. I'm sure we'll get confirmation of that in our ears for sure. In the meantime, Black Phoenix on the back of Ryan. Is he going to try and dive it down the inside line? No, he'll hold the fort. He'll stay in position. Coming round in the final corners out on track through Vale and Club for the final time here at Silverstone. Robin, the Division 5 champ, comes out on top. Great drive by the German. He wins for Division 4. For Division 5. He will be Division 4 next season. Magnus in second. Neymar in third. Mason fourth. There's the yellow flag in Sector 3. I'm not sure who was spun. Atlas Corpo was spun. Coming out through the final corner. And he's going to have to get that car going again. And that is a disaster for Atlas Corpo. Can he get ahead of Free Gronk possibly? Can he get ahead of Schmitsky? They're just coming through camera shot now. And Atlas Corpo comes across the line. And not sure what happened with his car, actually, right at the end of the race. No puncture on that car. Very strange indeed. Maximus Ranheim across the line. Schumi will be across the line in 19th, and Luke Ix will be across the line in 20th. And do you know how I said that Division 4 might be leading Division 5? I'm not so sure anymore.
Yeah, I'm not so sure even now. I have no idea. I think he may have just spun it by himself.
Yeah, unless it was side by side with somebody coming into Vale and then lost it on the outside curb and spun. I don't know. Luke Ix across the line in 20th position. Really good sportsmanship, I've got to say, from Luke Ix for spinning Rock City. Obviously, the hitbox just coming into play there out on track. Driver of the day is awarded by the in-game fans. Who else? Magnus, 20th on the grid, up to second position out on track. He gets awarded the driver of the day. But race 1 of this event goes to Robin. Division 5, First Blood.
Yeah, very well done for Robin there, getting the win. It was very tricky, I would say, for Robin, even though he did comfortably win that race. But it still was hard for him to get through the field again when he did pit, come out in about 4th or 5th, and then to get back to the lead.
Yeah, let's have a look then at this grid order. Robin out on top, Magnus in second, 20th on the grid, up to second. And if anybody's thinking why he should not be in Division 2 next season, there's your answer right there. Neymar, well improved performance in third. Really good drive from him. Mason fourth with Ryan in fifth. Black Phoenix in sixth. Rojgard on fire in seventh with Invictus in eighth. Khan in ninth. Rock City after that spin with Luke Ix down in 10th, but he does pick up crucial points for Division 5. Frey Pepper in 11th. Storm in 12th. Schmitsky 13th. Freak Ronk in 14th. Atlas Copel 15th. Lime in 16th. Maximus 17th. Ranheim 18th. Schumi with the fastest lap, of course. They get an extra point for that. So Schumi picks up an extra point, and Luke Ix across the line in 20th position. Robin, of course, took the pole out on track by only 1200ths of a second. In the end, there was a second between himself, between essentially top of the grid and bottom of the grid. How did Magnus do that up to second?
I have no idea. Yeah, it was a cracking drive for Magnus. He really did put perspective on how quick he is, and rightly so deserved champion of Division 4.
Is he the second coming of Michael Schumacher, I wonder, out on track? Because that was just really, really great. I mean, we saw in Division 4 last season, he really excelled out on track, and it was fantastic to see. I'm sure we are going to get, of course, the current points standings upgraded. Probably Tom is working in the background very hard to try and work out who's finished in what position, but we are about to get going, it seems, for Mexico, and we'll cut to Mexico, of course, the track map. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez is the track map in question, and around this track, of course, that's the wrong track. It's that one. It's 4.3 kilometres in length, 25% race, dynamic weather for the drivers to unfold. Although in the lobby it says it's clear. C4, C3 and C2 compounded tyres, softs, mediums and the hards are available for the guys out on track, and 17 turns awaiting these drivers out on track. Just before we get into this, and we're going to go straight into this by the looks, 20 seconds until the lobby does start. Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, what we expecting in qualifying?
Well, I'm not entirely sure really, but the same as last time probably. Robin and probably Magnus this time to be the top, probably top two in this. We've just been given the points, by the way, which are Division. I think it's Division 4 110, Division 5 105.
See, my quick maths is really right. Quick maths is definitely right indeed. But we are about to get going then. Without further ado, let us get started. Let us go into qualifying once again. Welcome along, everyone, to TTML. This Division 4 versus Division 5 event continues for Mexico City, Mexico, at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. As we see the three compounder tyres come up, the C2, C3 and C4 compounder tyres out on track, the softs, mediums and the hards to you and me. And of course 18 laps will be taken around this track, around the 17 corner 4.3 kilometre circuit. Myself and James Boyle taking you through the action. Let's have a look at the track map then in question. 4.3 kilometres and then 17 turns with 3 DRS zones. One down that long start-finish straight, one down in towards turn 4 and one down in towards turn 12 as well. The elevation change around this track compared to sea level is above 800 metres, so that could affect car performance out on track. And speaking of out on track, once again it is beautiful blue skies and sunshine, and we're about to go on board with a driver which my co-commentator is going to commentate you through.
Yeah, just waiting for the. Yep, when it does come up, we are waiting for the cars to come out on circuit. One of the trickiest circuits, I say, on the game, and it's gone on Neymar. On mine.
Oh, you're on Neymar.
So that's the driver we're going with here as he crosses the line now and starts his lap, heading his way down the long start line straight here. I think it is the longest in F1 calendar. As he heads down into corner 1, down into about 3rd, going through the corners here. Oh, and he has, I think, invalidated his lap here, but I don't know if he knows that, but we can continue anyway on board with him just to show you as he heads down into the tight corner section here, where in recent years there has been loads of cars going on and off the circuit there, well, off the circuit I mean there, but through the next tricky and twisty bit of circuit he goes now, where you need to have your car control to the perfection here, as it is only 6th gear. Now up into 7th you go in through the S section, clipping all the curbs around the section there you do, and then now into the stadium section you go down to 4th gear, in you come, clipping all the curbs as you enter it, Xing it now. Let's see then what time he's going to set, if he did do a time. He comes out the last corner now, pop up to 7th, and he would have set
a 14 flat, which would have put him second,
Yeah.
but I've just realised who's on pole. And I'll come to that in just a second, because another... let's just face it, it's Magnus on pole. Magnus on pole, look at that. 5.5 tenths of a second out on track over Ryan. Ryan, of course, a dual winner in Division 4 last season. That is just extraordinary. Black Phoenix in third, Fred Pepper in fourth, Wobbin in fifth. I mean, the top five are separated by over nearly a second. Roachguard on fire in sixth, Invictus in seventh, Storm in eighth, God in ninth, Maze in 10th, Ranheim in 11th, Schmitsky 12th, Shumi 13th, Luke Ix in 14th, Freak Rock City, Lime, Neymar, Maximus didn't set a time he retired, and Atlas Copo obviously getting disqualified as well. Magnus, though, does anyone that can make a statement from being missing in qualifying in race 1? That's the statement right there.
It is indeed. And another statement in this race as well is that the top 4 are Division 4. So that is another statement for Division 4 that they really want this win today.
Mark's just saying in the comment section, by the way, lads, as Division 4 org, I'm in the changing room at half-time and having a word. And he said to me, James, I've sent Mike Bassett team talk at half-time. that's absolutely brilliant. That is typical Mark, that. If you haven't met him before, now you just have. Let's have a look then at the track map in question. The Autodrome Hermanos Rodriguez, 4.3 kilometres in length, taking these guys, of course, around 17 turns out on track, and it's going to be fascinating to see how all of this is going to unfold out on track, because C4, C3, C2 compound of tyres, softs, mediums and the hards, and it is going to be really great to see how all of this is going to unfold out on track, and hopefully we'll get there just now. I have a feeling we're having a bit of an issue with our share play at this moment in time, which is not great. And we've just been informed Tom's PlayStation's freezing, which is absolutely fantastic. Well, we will get to the on-track action in just a second. It is absolute typical. But Magnus, of course, dominant in qualifying. We saw there, James. You wouldn't expect it any other way.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't indeed. Just to tell you then, because you're not here, everyone in the top 10 on softs, and then you have Luke, Ajax on the softs. You have Rock City on softs, and you have Neymar on softs. Everyone else not in the top 10 on mediums.
Well,
for this one.
You might have to do a bit of radio commentary here, possibly. Because it looks as if the chef... Oh, there we go. It has just literally unfreezed itself, as I've said that. So hopefully we'll be able to get some on-track action for you in just a second. But hopefully it is going to be great to see out on track how all of this is going to unfold. And we are awaiting, of course, these guys to get round. I believe they're probably around halfway through the lap at this point.
Just coming into the last corner as we speak.
Oh, wow. They're going very quick out on track. I'll throw it over to you to take you through the action.
All right then. So, my predictions for a dark horse, for me anyway, from the first race said probably Neymar will be doing something with this race, probably coming from near the back grid there, where he is, and probably at the same time Storm is going to do something as well, but it's right the same. Magnus from Ryan, from Black Phoenix, here it is on the grid. We're just waiting for the last couple now to enter their grid box. So, just waiting for Magnus. Now Maximus has got to his grid box. Here we go then. The lights are on. All 5 are on. Here they are. And the Division 4, Division 5 race here in Mexico is go. And it is a great start here from Robin. He gets a really good run down into corner 1 here, but it's still Magnus in the lead here, but literally we have 4 wide in the background, a few wings going off as well. Oh, we have a spinner, and that is Invictus out the race. Invictus is out. He has just been tapped and has retired, and also out of the race, well, not out, but losing lots of positions, is Black Phoenix. Rujard on fire and Maze have dropped from the the top 10 down to 17, 18 and 19th they have here, but Invictus is the only car out of the race at the moment, and because of the start, Magnus has a 1 second advantage at the start here.
Yeah, I'm just catching on board with the start. We're just coming through turn 7 on my end, certainly. Norwegian dominance in Division 2 for sure. Somebody said in the comments section. Hopefully we'll get share play back up and running. But obviously with that incident, I think from Invictus' point of view, Rog as well dropping down the field along with Maze, it's not really going to suit Division 5 that well, because Division 4, they're in, 5 of the top 6 spots at the minute?
Yep, it is, and it's not going to suit Division 5 because they were... I know it's only 5 points, but still 5 points down, and they've lost.
Hopefully we'll be able to get the. Hopefully we'll be able to get the share play on my side up and running. Cadwell, keep continuing on.
So yeah, no, that's pretty much it. The only other thing that's happened is Shumi, just got past Freak Ronk in that position. But it's as we say here, top 2 have pulled away here, and it is a 1.6 second gap from Ryan to Magnus, who is leading, and Robin is 1.2 behind Ryan, who's in second here. So the top 2 pulling away here, they are, and so is 4th really from 5th. And then the closest battle on circuit is, and you're going to not believe this, but Neymar is up in 7th.
Sitting at the same old workplace. What's the point of this chase? To just bite our old tail. Wishing that something would change, that we could turn back the page and live like our favorite fairy tales. So love, so free in a world of our fantasy. Flying on dragons through sky high sea. These are childhood dreams, it's how we used to be. We were kings and queens in our childhood dreams. Oh, 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 oh. Our childhood dreams.
Hopefully.
Feeling. I feel so lightweight when I think back to those days. But then we went our own ways. I'm thinking about what needs to change, that we could turn back the page and live like our favorite fairy tales. So a love so free in a world of our fantasy. Digging up treasures and sailing across the sea. These are childhood dreams, it's how we used to be. When we were kings and queens in our childhood dreams. Oh, 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 oh. Our childhood dreams.
Take it away, James.
Yeah, so we are back here on the stream racing. Just to say we are on lap 5 out of 18 right now, and Ryan down outside line here and has got past Robin to P2 again. Robin did overtake him and is now back down to P3, but it is 5-second gap that Magnus has now over the top second and third here. Magnus starts the S's as they turn out the corner just before the S's, so that just tells you how far ahead he is there. The only other real battle that you've missed is a great little scrap here actually, which is Shumi, Maximus and Olscope, as they say it, I think, there, and Frivronk were having a scrap, but Frivronk has now dropped off the back of them, and it's now a three-way scrap between Shumi, Magnus, and Altlus. Anyway, there it is, and side by side they go now. Has Maximus got past here? It goes around the outside line. Maximus does. Is he going to make it stick? No, he's not, and that lets his... Nope, still not.
No. Atlas Couple just off there. Atlas Couple going wide, coming through turn 15. We can see ourselves now, which is fantastic. Magnus out on top, Robin second, Ryan in third. Thank you so much, James, for being a radio commentator. Honestly, that was horrific, I think, from our perspective. Right. It will never happen again, but there we are. Atlas Cooper then has dropped off 1.8 seconds. We're on board with Maximus, as you say, on the back of Schmidtsky. Schmidtsky is under pressure, Division 5 against Division 4. Now we're right on board with Atlas Copo running down the straight, and let's hope we can see a very good overtake here. Tries to dive it down the inside in towards turn 4, doesn't quite get the car stopped. And Schmidtsky then in 11th, Maximus in 12th at this moment in time. I'm briefly going to click out and click back in. There we are, I've got sound. I didn't have sound in my ear there. Maximus now on the back of Schmidtsky. Storm looking like he's on the back as well of Ryan. He might have just dropped off slightly, but we'll get the interval timings upgraded in just a second. But Schmidtsky under pressure. You can see in terms of the ERS usage out on track, Magnus does have a 6.5 second lead over Robin, and it's just dominant drive from the Norwegian at this stage. Maximus on the back of Schmidtsky though, closest battle out on track. Black Phoenix getting quite close to Shumi as well. On the exit, coming through Peril Tarder at turn 17, Magnus leads the way. Robin in second, Ryan in third. A lot of 3-second time penalties to update you on, and there are the 3-second time penalties to the right hand side as Maximus now closes up on Schmidtsky. Side by side they go, halfway down the straight, and now full way down the straight. Maximus is through, and he's into 11th position. Storm has just let Frey Pepper through, and Frey Pepper now through, and he's into 4th position, and now Black Phoenix right on the back of Shumi.
Yeah, and as you can see, for the top 10, you've only got 3, make that 4 of Division 5 here. Everyone else in the top 10 is Division 4. So sorry, carry on.
I was going to say, which speaks a lot of bounds, I think, out on track and towards how dominant Division 4 are, I think, around this track. It looks like Division 4 could be coming out on top, but you never say never. Anything can happen here in Formula 1, and it just might. Atlas Copo on the back of Schmidtsky, running now into the stadium section. He's already gone past him into the stadium section. Atlas Copo through, and he's into 12th position. Magnus has stayed out. Robin and everyone else, though, are in, and that, I would think, is probably a reaction to Robin actually coming into the pit lane from second position on the grid. We'll just try and flick to him in just a second. There he is out on track, coming into the pit lane, and now coming out of the pit lane, and he's going to be just in front of Atlas Copo, it seems, out on track. There's Atlas Copo, there's Robin. If Atlas Copo's in front of Robin here, it could spark trouble for the German, and I think that's going to be the case because the Norwegian has got the overspeed down in towards turn 1, and Atlas Copo is ahead, and that is crucial for Division 4 for Magnus to have a stronger hold over this race. But look at that, Robin pretty much shoving him through the corner, and he's now right on the back of Atlas Copo. Atlas Copo's still in 7th, but now Robin is through on the outside line. Atlas Copo's very late on the brakes, but Robin is through, and he's into 7th position, never really in doubt, and Ryan is let through as well. Robin through, and he's into 7th.
Wow, that is great battling from both of them there. It is there, as you can see further down the order as well, as in actually Magnus is in, so we're going to see what he's going to go on to, and Neymar, is he going to go in as well here? It's interesting if he is, but yeah, very good overtake there it was. And also in the background we just saw Ranheim get past, Rock City, get past there we did, one of the cars as well.
Magnus and Ranheim. Ranheim's ahead of Magnus. So actually a bit of a change up in terms of the order, because Robin is behind, or was behind I should say, Schumi out on track, and he's behind Maximus by 1.6 seconds. Obviously got ahead of Ryan as a result of that overtake, and of Atlas Coppo as well. So he's into 5th position now is Robin, and Magnus now has got all sorts of trouble possibly ahead of him. Ranheim is ahead of him out on track. They're both part of the same esports team though. I wonder if that's going to have anything to play with this decision.
It might do. They might just want to have a bit of team rivalry in that sense and battle each other around here, but we'll wait and see. But also, it's interesting to look at that Ranheim hasn't pitted yet, so maybe he might be a bit back off a bit because he knows that maybe Magnus has pitted already, but who knows.
Yeah, it looks like Magnus, I've got to be honest, he's a bit apprehensive to try and get the move done at this point. I'm just looking at his ERS usage, Alan Track, it's about 78%, I think, running through in towards Peraltada at turn 16, of course, the scene of that famous crash in Formula E between Jean-Eric Verne and between Nelson Piquet, I think it was as well. But Magnus now on the back of Ranheim, 0.5 of a second, 0.4 of a second. This is job done even before turn 1 comes around. Magnus then is through, and he's now into the lead of the race. And let's just put it into perspective. He's got a 10-second lead over Robin at this stage. Mightily impressive from the soon-to-be Division 2 driver out on track. Magnus then is leading as Lime has retired, and I think that's in the pit lane. Oh no, it's not. It's down in towards turn 12, in fact.
Yeah, he just went straight on and hit the wall and then retired.
Frustrations, I think, maybe getting the better of Lime in that. It's 2 Division 5 drivers out of the race. Remember, points pay. He could have picked up a point for even continuing on, and then another point for the fastest lap. That might have just been the difference between swinging from Division 4 to Division 5 out on track. We're on board then with this man here, Maximus, on the back of Schumi. He left the session in the formation lap in race 1 at Silverstone, but now he's on the back of Schumi, and he's on the back possibly for a 3rd place out on track, or certainly in this regard with him battling out on track. But they've got 2 quick guys in behind, Robin of Division 5 and Ryan of Division 4, and then you've just got a whole sea of orange in behind. Frey Pepper, Atlas Coppo, Storm, Neymar catching as well. This could form into quite a juicy battle as the 2 guys, Schumi and Maximus, are in. Robin and Ryan are going to go side by side though, down in towards turn 1. Ryan right on the back of the German against the Brit. Looks like the German actually got a little bit of a DRS as well, and he's beginning to pull away and edge away from Ryan, and I don't think Ryan's got a response down in towards turn 1. Robin stays in P2 out on track. Storm is then through and he's up into 5th out on track as well. But just how crucial is that? Ryan now, is he going to try and look down in towards turn 4? No, because it's the same DRS detection point out on track, and Robin stays 2nd for now.
That could be crucial going towards the end of the results with who's going to win this division wise. That could be crucial with getting only a few more points there for Robin. But yeah, as you're rightly saying, it was an interesting back move there really for Ryan, and I thought he was going to maybe into turn 1 actually try and overtake there, but I think he's just waiting his time here, knowing it's an 18-lapper.
Ryan just ran wide there, coming out of turn 11, just before the baseball stadium section, out on track. But Magnus is 12 seconds clear. There's no doubt about who's going to win this race. Magnus has just been too dominant out on track. And in Division 4, actually, coming into this race, he raced in Division 4, he spun underneath the safety car restart. There's no sign of that here tonight at all from Magnus, and he's 12.1 seconds clear. But now Robin looks like a bit of a sitting duck. Ryan, I wonder if he's going to use DRS down in the second half, down in towards turn 4, or if he's going to wait in behind. Normally if it's Ryan's case, he normally waits in behind to try and pinpoint his move on the back of the driver in front. I don't think he's going to get the move done. He's just sitting and waiting, possibly laying Robin into full sense here out on track. Somebody that isn't going into full sense though, coming in towards Sermon, is Maximus. Round the outside he goes on Schumi. Brilliant move there by the Brit, and he's through and he's in tonight.
Yeah, very good move there it was, and also Black Phoenix down in 13th is got Keen, I think, right behind him here, and he's gonna teammates in this race anyway for today, so maybe they're not going to battle each other that hard.
Yeah, Con and Black Phoenix actually in Division 4 have had a really good battle in the past. Back in Division 4, Atlas Copper was ahead on a set of soft Commentators. They're beginning to pull away. They'll probably, Atlas Copper now over second clear over Black Phoenix. In the meantime though, Robin is under pressure again from Ryan out of Peraltada, and now with the DRS usage in operation, Ryan now right on the back, pretty much running side by side, line astern as they come now down in towards turn 1. We see the camera angle just switch. Ryan has got the better speed, running down in towards turn 1. Robin though is very late on the brakes, but Ryan is through and he's into P2. Robin doesn't realise though it's the same DRS detection point, so Ryan is going to pull away even further. As a result, he's on medium compounded tyres. Magnus on a lap pressure. In behind though, Storm getting quite racy with the Belgian Frey Pepper. Frey Pepper in fourth, Storm in fifth, and Storm right on the back. Maximus under pressure from Luke Ix, and Luke Ix has just been dive bombed down the inside by Shumi, and Shumi now is into P9, but for how long? Because Luke Ix is going to try and wrestle this position back, and look at the ERS he's got actually in operation. Going to try and up to the inside line. He's got no DRS. Shumi is very late on the brakes. My God, he nearly careered into the back of Maximus, but Luke Ix does stay 10th. Somehow, Shumi did not run into the back of Maximus, and somehow there wasn't a collision.
I don't know how there wasn't a collision there. I just came back to watch what you were watching, and he, for me, nearly clipped the back of him there, so very unfortunate there it is. But as you can rightly say here, Storm is right on the back of Pepper, so let's see what he can do.
Sorry, Ryan had a really bad run out of Peraltada, and now Robin is through. Robin is through and he's into second position. That was a shocking run from Ryan. Out of turn 16, 17 through Peraltada, and Robin is now through and he's into second, and that was easy for Robin. Not going to lie, that was really easy from Robin. Does Ryan feel he's got the pace to try and catch back up? Because there's no DRS detection point at this zone out on track, because of course DRS detection point is shared out on track, running down as we see Storm through on Frey Pepper as well just before turn 1. Atlas Copper is going to get through on Khan running down the straight. He is through and he's into P13. He goes. Frey Pepper though on the back. Ryan though, does he feel he's got the pace over Robin? Because it was either a mistake or he's just let him back through and he's now going to put him under more pressure.
Well, I think he does have, he feels himself he has the pace to get past Robin, because he's only a 10th behind now, and trying to go down now in the inside. But no,
he backs off. Oh my goodness me! Nearly into the back, but look what that's happened in behind. There's Storm! Storm's right on the back of these. Frey Pepper's right on the back of these, and Neymar's not too far off either. Ryan just being a little bit cautious out on track has just let Robin into a mistake, which then in turn has just put Storm right in contention, as Robin's actually in AI. Robin is in AI running down the straight here, just the left hand side. He's lost one, he's lost two, and that's really strange. He's now in AI mode, and Storm let through by Ryan. Division 4 ganging up on one Division 5 driver. It's like coming to a fight with a knife and you've got a series of guns around you, to be honest. That's how I could draw. Magnus is 16.8 seconds clear. Storm in second. Ryan in third. Frey Pepper now diving it around the outside of Robin. But Robin and running in AI mode, that's cost him.
It has, and I think he's back in the car now, but that definitely did cost him there.
Yeah,
it did,
really strange.
It was, and before he did, by the way, get overtaken, it was looking like Division 4, as I just saw on the stream there, Division 4 were quite far ahead there in the point standings.
Yeah, Division 4 really excelling out on track. Of course, we've got the final grid standings right at the end of this race. Magnus is only 17.3 seconds clear, guys. Just calm it down. He's basically, let's just put it this way, he's basically the entire middle sector ahead of this field. That's just impressive. Magnus leads, Storm in second, Ryan in third. Division 4, 1, 2, 3 at this stage. Robin in fourth with Frey Pepper in fifth. But now Robin, back in his car, back in AI mode, and look what he's got at usage. Now he uses the ERS, he's got 1% running down in towards turn 1. But now he wants it, he tries to career it around the outside through turn 1. Not quite. Has he got the speed to try and get Ryan running down in towards turn 4? No, Storm pulls away, Ryan will pull away, and they will all falter in and behind as well. Magnus leads the way from Storm in second. Ryan in third at this stage of the race. Currently, as it stands, 259 points for Division 4 and Division 5 on 172 right at this stage with only 2.5 laps to go.
Yes, that is what the point standing is. But as you can see right now, there is another battle going on. It's further down the order, but it is Rock City just lost the position.
Just got on board with that. Atlas Corpo just dived down the inside, but look at Rock City. He's going to get run down on the inside line. No, impressive Atlas Corpo on a set of softs through, and he's into 12th.
Yes, he does lose another position there. That means that it's probably game over now for... Oh, Black Phoenix, goodness me, let him through at the most awkward position, out on track, gives him DRS, luckily Black Phoenix, and it gives Rock City DRS, and luckily they've came out of that very unscathed, but that could have ended in absolute tragedy. Out on track for one of those guys. Robin, right on the back of Ryan. Magnus is only 18.5 seconds clear. Storm in second, Ryan in third, Robin in fourth. I think we know who's going to win this, to be honest, unless he gets disqualified, which is very unlikely. We don't know who's going to win.
But we don't know who's going to win. What do you mean we don't know who's going to win? Yeah, they've all got 3 seconds worth of penalties. I know for a fact Ronheim's going to be at the top 10 by the end of this race for sure. He's got 12 seconds worth of penalties just the left-hand side. The only man actually out on track who could be gaining quite a lot is Shumi in 9th position for Division 5. He 1.2 seconds off the back of Maximus. As I think we see Frey Pepper picking up another penalty there. Yeah, we have just seen another penalty. Frey Pepper 9 seconds worth out on track. Magnus leads 19 seconds out on track. Can he make it the fabulous 20 out on track before the end of this race? Storm in second, Ryan in third, and Robin in fourth. Frey Pepper and Neymar right on the coattails. Robin's made a mistake.
In the second to last corner, and he's dropped from 4th down to 6th.
That's so strange. I didn't catch on board with that properly, but I saw him run wide, and Robin pretty much doing an Atlas Copel from early on in the race, if I've got to be honest. Atlas Copel made a similar mistake. Ryan, though, in the background, in the foreground of shot, now running on the inside line, down in towards turn 1 on Storm. These two very, very fast rivals in League of Europe, of course. I think they're in the same division, if I'm not mistaken, in League of Europe. And now Ryan, right on the back of Storm. Is he going to try and lead him in for full sense? He's got the DRS enabled. He's going to dive it down the inside. Brit on Brit. Hermano into the final lap of the race. And Ryan is through and he's into second position. I think Storm just gave up on that one, let him through. But Ryan chasing down a shadow out on track. As we see a 3-second derby for Robin. And that is pretty much the end of his chase for the race win as him and Ronheim fight. But Magnus is out through the final couple of corners. It's a commanding win. It's going to hand it to Division 4 as well. Magnus has won. And goodness me, look at the time. Out on track as Neymar fights with Frey Pepper running down. It is a Division 4 domination out here in Mexico. Ryan now coming through the baseball stadium section. It's going to be 22 seconds by the end of this race. Ryan round the final corner will come across the line to finish in second. It's 21.8 seconds the advantage from Magnus to Ryan. Unreal. Ryan in second, Storm in third, Neymar in fourth, Frey Pepper dropping down as a result of penalties in fifth. Luke Ix has retired out on track, and that's coming through the exit of the into turn 12, I think. He spun it coming out of turn 12, I think. There he is, right hand side. And Free Gronk now up to 12th. Robin dropped all the way down to 7th as a result. Free Gronk now in 12th. Black Phoenix drops behind Rock City. Khan is now through on Luke Ajax. Free Gronk coming across the line to finish in 12th. Khan across the line to finish in 13th. I'm waiting on Schmitsky and Atlas Copel to finish. But Magnus out on top. Ryan in second. Storm in third. Papaya coloured cars at the top. Which means one thing. Division 4's won.
Indeed it has. We don't know what the final result's going to be at the moment because of penalties, but from what it says here on stream, 260 for Division 4, 171 for Division 5.
Yeah, 263 and 168 I think is the latest total I'm seeing within the Discord, so hopefully that might be the final standings. I'm sure we'll get that confirmed. Neymar with a half man has been awarded the driver of the day by the in-game fans, but one man and one man only. He was dominant in his drive in Silverstone from 20th on the grid up to 2nd. And Magnus, he's Division 2 next season. Have we just seen a future star in TTML?
I think we have. He was so commanding in that race. He didn't put a foot wrong. After the pit stop, he waited about the lap and then got past Ranheim, and after that never looked back and won that race comfortably.
Let's just see how comfortable it was. Just to rub a little bit of salt into the wounds. He picked up the fastest lap of the race with a 1:15.8. Okay. Magnus wins. Ryan in second. We've got an Alien in first. Ryan in second. Storm in third. Neymar 18th on the grid up to fourth. Excellent track. Good drive from him. Fred Pepper in fifth. Division 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 the best. Of course. Shumi in sixth. Robin in seventh. Best out of the Division 5 lot. Maximus in eighth. Ranheim and Rock City ran off the top 10. Black Phoenix Freak, Ron Khan, Schmitsky, Atlas Copo, Luke Ajax retiring out of the race. Doesn't get classified in the results. Neither does Mays, in fact. He was a lap down. Lime, Invictus, and Roger and Fire got disqualified from the session.
Let's have a look very quickly on that one for you. Where was it? It was lap 18. It says penalty plus warning plus disqualification.
Oh, did he have any before that?
So, just to say very quickly, as we have 10 seconds to go, he had 5 seconds. Then he got just got 5 seconds. It says. Then he got a penalty plus 3 warnings, penalty plus 2 warnings, penalty plus 2 warnings, and then he got a penalty plus warning plus disqualification.
I wonder if the game has glitched him with that.
Probably.
I wonder if the game's glitched him because I'm sure I saw him come across the line. But that's as strange as you could get on an F1 2020 game.
Well, it is indeed. Well, I think we've got an official result here, if you want to take us through that.
Yeah, just seeing the unofficial results. 258 points for Division 4. They have clearly won. Not showing any bias, but well done, Division 4. I knew you would do it. Division 5, 173 points, put up a valiant effort, especially in the first race. Robin was really impressive in his drive in Division... and he'll be obviously moving up in Division 4 from Division 5. 258 points to Division 4, 173 points for Division 5. But I think one main talking point is Magnus's performances. 20th to second, and then a dominant drive to win by nearly 22 seconds. He's a Division 2 candidate for sure. Whether he's the title, he's going to win the Division 2 title remains to be seen. But the only way you can find out, of course, is to tune in to all of the action for TTML. Season 4 is back, and I'll be back next week, starting, of course, on Tuesday, Division 1, with myself and Luke Etheridge taking you through for a third consecutive season out on track. And it's going to be fantastic to see all of that action unfold with the Division 1 guys. Division 2, where you'll see Magnus, of course, will happen on Thursday. We've got EML, League 1 and League 2 before that on Wednesday. Then it's Division 2 with myself and Michael Edwards. Division 3, Aidan Carter and Conti. Division 4, myself again, and Paco Suarez taking the Division 4. And then Division 5, I can announce that Mr. James Boyle, you have kept your seat in Division 5 as lead commentator, and you'll be joined by NSR Pariah next season as well for Division 5 comms. But let's just take a moment to really analyse what we've just seen there before we'll end off this stream. Division 4 obviously coming out on top, Division 5 obviously falling a little bit behind. But what does that say to you, certainly looking from a Division 5 perspective into next season?
Not much really, because we knew the gap coming into today was going to be a long way back. But it does surprise that I believe and I feel like Division 5 are quicker at, say, Silverstone than they are at the Mexican circuit, as we have seen tonight. But some surprises for me anyway were Shumi to be up in 6th position, one of the outsiders there who I didn't think was going to, well, I thought was going to do quite well tonight, but wasn't going to do that well. And another driver, Ranheim, as well, up in P9, showing us that they're some of the best in the division as well, which is a surprise on my side as well.
Yeah, fantastic to see, of course, all of the action unfolding out on track. Division 5, of course, a little bit down on where we expect them to be. I've seen a lot of comments, by the way. Next season, the same between Division 1 and Division 2? Well, if they're up for it, bring it on. I'm very happy to start up to that and see how they get on. And Division 3 and Division 4 next season? Who knows? It's going to be like a promotion and relegation type, I think, if we run these events, because Division 5, bless them, are just going to be left out, it seems, by some of the comments that we're seeing there. But fantastic, I know, from Division 4 perspective, really good to see a lot of insight into how Division 4 is going to play as well on a Friday night. Robin, Mays and Rock City, I believe, are moving up to Division 4 next season, so it's going to be fascinating to see from their point of view how it is all going to unfold. But as I say, Tuesday night, TTML Division 1, you will not want to miss the action. But from myself, James Head, and from himself, James Boyle, 2 Jameses in the commentary box, thank you so much for tuning in to TTML Division 4 and Division 5. This event, of course, marking the end of a week which has really seen the best of the driving here in TTML. But for myself and James, thank you so much for tuning in. Please stay safe in this crazy world we all live in. And until next time, goodbye.
Bye.
Don't break my heart. She fucking stay with him. Fucking stay with him. Break my bones. Break all the promises, but leave me alone. Don't break my heart.
When I'm up through the night, I can't turn down the noise, tear all the worries out of my mind. About who I'm supposed to be, I start to believe I can't get it right. Remember the days I let slip away, they were simpler times. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own, a million miles from home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Child, don't forget who you are, don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars, you'll be dancing, dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life, you'll be dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Maybe my compass was wrong, and I'm still on my way closer each day to where I belong. I'm still rolling the dice, praying sometimes it don't last that long. I'm losing my faith, I'm walking away from what you knew all along. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own, a million miles from home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Child, don't forget who you are, don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars, you'll be dancing, dancing on the moon. on the moon.